few days ago, I realized that my top 5 best premium squads list in Enlisted is now once again outdated, and in this video we're once again redoing the top 5 best premium squads as of 2024, because last time I checked, it's now 2024 and not 2023, meaning this will contain all the squads that you can buy in Enlisted right now as of 2024, and not include the squads that you cannot buy, unfortunately, if you bought them in 2022 or 2023. So without further ado, let's get started. Of course, this video will have the caveat of not reintroducing squads that have been in-game squads, meaning if they're offering you to buy a Mosin, why would you buy it? Also, this premium squads video will also take into account the battle rating, which is essentially something that I haven't taken into account for the last premium squads because they were not that important. But that said, let's get started with the top 5 premium squads of 2024. And in the first spot, we have the KV2. This is a relatively new addition, and everyone seems to like this, but there are some problems, which is weird considering the fact that this is supposed to be the good sides of a premium squad and not bad. But anyway, this thing does have a 152mm main cannon, but this thing is slow to reload, and this is a big, massive target for every plane and tank. But that said, if you know how to use this, and if you are willing to take that horrendously long reload, then this thing, once you hit anything, will go up, and that's very, very cool. And essentially that is why everyone is getting it. This 152mm howitzer is insane. So that's that. That is the 5th spot, the newest edition, the KV2. In the 4th spot, we have a later edition, which was the MG42 early. This has been on my top 5 list since 2023, I believe. And it has really good accuracy. It almost has no recoil because, well, the gun has no recoil. But because this is an MG42, it has 50 rounds. And because this is an MG42, you'll be running out of ammo really, really quickly. This is also MG42, meaning that anything that you hit will be a kill, so that's good. But overall, the MG42 early has really good accuracy, a really good recoil, and the downside being only 50 rounds, which you will chew out very, very fast. With that said, let's move on to the 3rd spot, which is a belt-fed DP. This is essentially the MG42 for the Russians, except for instead of getting 50 rounds and good recoil, you get 100 rounds and fast firing, but also not too fast. Somehow, that makes it worse than the MG42 because the recoil is much more manageable, as I found from the MG42. That said, this is still a machine gun, and this essentially will be used much closer to close range, and because it's used in close range, anything that you hit will definitely be a kill. That said, let's move on to the number 2 spot, and then once again, like with my 2023 video, we have 3 squads that are tied, of which we have the Thompson 100 rounds paratrooper squad, the FG42 paratrooper squad, and the Soviet paratrooper squads, of which the Thompson 100 and the FG42 paratrooper squads both cost $39.99, of which the Soviet paratrooper squads you can get for around 4,000 to 5,000 gold, which is interesting. Both of these squads, when I'm referring to both of these squads, I mean the Thompson and the FG42, are very, very good squads. Both are really good, of which the Thompson 100 rounds is much more devastating in my personal opinion because it has a Thompson with 100 rounds. And also, they're paratrooper squads, which means they can be used almost everywhere, anywhere, and comes with a crate that essentially allows you to do anything you want with these squads. On the other hand, the Soviets are a game changer in the sense that they have a paratrooper squads that come with their own weapon and the ability to change your weapons depending on what you want them to carry via the main menu, meaning you can use them in any tier, and that is exactly what I've been doing with the squad. Amazing get, and if you really don't want to spend the money on the Thompson 100 and the FG42, I highly suggest that you get the Soviet paratrooper squads because those things are really good, and the fact that you can just change your weapons and use it in any tier is amazing. Highly suggest that you get it. And that's it, let's move on to the honorable mentions. In terms of honorable mentions, we have the P63A10. As the name suggests, which is the A10, this has a 37mm cannon mounted on the nose and 4 12.7 Browning machine guns. What makes this thing really good is a 250 kilogram bomb. I've also tested this in flight combat and it seems really good, to the point that I highly suggest that you get it. That said, let's move on to the number 1 spot, and this is the latest squad that they have introduced, and that is the Type A automatic squad. For those who don't know what this is a Type A automatic squad, which is Type A is overpowered as of right now. This is changed to an LMG, which is insane. Number 1, this LMG has exactly the same hit power as the regular, but it comes with, I kid you not, a shield in the front. This shield can tank most bolt-action rifle bullets, pistol rifles, and even semi-automatic rifles. Almost anything that you can think of, with the exception of, well, 20mm and above, it can tank, and tank really well in my opinion. Overall, this is a joy to use because, well, it is the paratrooper squad, which makes this thing insane, and you have extremely high vitality because it has a shield in the goddamn front of your gun, which is insanity. And, of course, it's going to be coming around at $34.99, essentially $35. So, good luck with that. If you want to pay, you will have one of the deadliest squads in Enlisted. That said, that is the top 5 premium squads in 2024. 2025 will be coming around the corner, so stay in tune for that. If you have any questions and suggestions, comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one.